Today I'll be going through my second block of training in preparation for my Manchester half marathon in October, so my first ever half marathon. I've already gone through block 1, so if you click the link in the description or somewhere on the screen, I'd advise you to watch that first before you watch this. So here are the goals for this block. I've broken it down into 3 really simple aspects. I'm going to go through these one by one. So number 1 is increase maximum strength. In the last block we were focusing on building a really good foundation to then build a good base of maximum strength on top of that. So this block will give us an opportunity to hit the lower reps, so between, I'd say, 3 and 5 or even lower for higher weight. Number 2 is increased power, so doing exercises at slightly less weight, for example 60 to 70% of our 1 rep max, and then doing that at a high speed. So really working on the speed at which we produce that force. And the number 3 is increased reactivity. So this applies more to kind of the plyometrics and the jumps. So really reducing our ground contact time, so spending less time on the ground. I'm going to go through both sessions in detail in terms of the routines. I'm going to stick with 2 full body sessions a week and then 3 runs a week, so same as block 1. So going through the first session here, so number 1, we've got lateral pogo, so side to side. I've had a bit of an ankle tendon issue on the inside of my ankle, so I've opted to put a bit more kind of side to side work just to keep that going and keep developing that area. In terms of reps and sets, I'll just kind of briefly go through it, so I'd probably go 10 reps on that. 2A, 2B, so superset, we've got trap bar deadlift. I'd probably go lower reps on this one, so between 3 and 5 reps, and then straight into a counter movement jump, so a bit more explosive, and we're going down into a squat and then jumping upwards. Superset these two, probably go 3 reps on that. This is using a contrast, I think it's called French contrast method, so you're doing a really heavy exercise to preload your motor units, and then you're using that, well, the temporary gains from that, or the motor recruitment, so your nerves are all kind of fired up, all the muscles are fired up into this, so you're able to jump a lot higher and develop that a little bit more. 3A and 3B, got banded dumbbell bench press, so normal bench press, putting a band kind of looped around the handles, around your back, and what that does is it overloads the eccentrics, so as you're coming down, you've got to control it a little bit more, and then you've got to explode up. The further you go out because of the band, the more resistance it'll add. And then single arm dumbbell power row, again more of a kind of 3-point stance, and then being explosive with a dumbbell. With these 4 to 6 reps each, I'm not really going any higher than that. Number 4, lateral lunge, probably go 4 to 6 reps or 6 to 8 reps on that one. And then number 5, single leg hamstring curl. Got a bit of a dodgy hamstring, I just add that in as a sort of a prehab exercise. Same again, I'd go 8 to 10 reps. I'm not going to go massively high, I don't want to impede my recovery too much. And then 6A, 6B, so we've got 6A, we've got 2 up, 1 down calf raise, so a overloading in the eccentric, so 6 reps, you go up on both on a step and come down with 1 and then come back up with 2, so you can overload sort of the lowering portion of the exercise and go slightly heavier, hence why I'm only going 6 reps. Superset with suitcase carry, so you just carry a dumbbell in one arm and then go again probably about 20 seconds on the first week, and then bumping it up to 25-30 as the weeks progress. So let's go through my second full body session. So we've got number 1, staggered pogos, where we're jumping and alternating our feet, really good for running specific plyometrics, and they're 10 reps, nice and easy. 2A, 2B, similar fashion to the first session, we're going to do a superset using French contrast method, so doing a back squat really heavy, 3 to 5 reps, superset with an explosive plyometric, so a box drop with a vertical jump. 3A and 3B, nice and easy, explosive pull-ups, both of these 4 to 6 reps, and then 3B would be a dumbbell push press. Again, still working components of strength, but a little bit more power. 4 to 6 reps for both of these. Number 4, deficit dumbbell RDL, so going into more the injury prevention, more specific movements for me. So deficit dumbbell RDL is where you put a plate, you stand on the plate, do an RDL, but you're able to go a bit lower because you're elevated, to really put a stretch on the hamstring and working that through extra range. With that, 6 to 8 reps. Number 5, seated. I could probably superset these, but the machines in the gym are far apart. I'll just do them separately. So seated calf raises, keeping that as a staple because I can load them really well using a hammer strength kit. 8 to 10 reps. And number 6 is an adductor machine. I typically do like a Copenhagen plank to work the adductors, but because I've been having a few issues around sort of the inner knee area, hamstring area, I'm going to well, I'll switch that to more of an adductor machine, which I've never done, but I'm going to add in a bit more volume just to work that. Yeah, that's the strength and conditioning plan in a nutshell for the next 4 weeks. If you want to watch the progression system of how I progress week to week through the 4 weeks, watch the block 1 video, and that'll have that there. I'm not going to sort of repeat myself in this one. Plan is run this for the next 4 weeks, and then the final block will be around 4 weeks long, and then hopefully I'll have a week where I don't do any training, maybe a couple of recovery runs leading up to the half marathon. So I've created something pretty special for runners who lack clarity with their strength and conditioning. You don't have any structure, you have no progression, and you don't know how strength training or how to strength train in the sense of running performance. And it's called RUNSTRONG 365. So it's a coaching program. It's not been released yet. It's in its waitlist period. It's a 12-week strength and conditioning program for runners who lack clarity in the gym. It's for someone who doesn't have much experience or no experience, and it takes them from that all the way through the 12 weeks to a really high level of lifting. Similar to kind of my level of training, you'll be at that point in 3 months. After that, you roll onto the monthly programming. So I'll send you a program every single month, and then you'll be able to crack on and further develop your athleticism. In addition to the coaching program itself, you also get access to a community Discord hub with other athletes and myself in there, so you can discuss all things training, strength training, running, injury rehab, any issues, questions you have. I'll be there to troubleshoot and help you out best that I can, and there'll be other athletes in there on the coaching program to help you out as well. And then in addition to that as well, you do get access to a library of educational modules covering strength training principles, loads of theory bits around injury rehab, loads of rehab guides around specific painful areas, so knee pain, ankle pain, hip pain, etc. And all this will really amalgamate well with your strength and conditioning program, and a lot of the principles I go through in there are shown within the 12-week program especially. And even with the modules, I'll be continually adding to this. I'll be getting guest lecturers and speakers on there as well. So if you click the link in the description, you'll be able to join the wait list. I'll send you update emails on when I'll be releasing this. But I do know that in terms of the purpose of this program is I want to make the process simple for runners. I want to make it enjoyable. I actually want to teach and help people by making things very, very, very simple. And I think on Instagram, YouTube, wherever, there's loads of concepts, loads of good ideas, loads of exercises, but there's not much context given to it. And I wanted something where, a platform where I can kind of amalgamate everything that I know in terms of strength training, the injury rehab side of things, but make things really, really simple. So yeah, that's everything from me. I'll be posting block 3 video in a few weeks' time. And yeah, I'll catch everyone soon. Peace.